Buying property in Spain does open quite a few opportunities for you. Whether you would like to rent out a house, move to the country, or obtain citizenship, you have a range of places in Spain to choose from. However, the purchasing process can seem intimidating and tiring, but don't fret, that's why this video is here. Let's get started. Hello everyone, my name is Gerard, I'm the marketing responsible at Untitled Europe, and today we are talking about how to buy a property in Spain. So let's get started with the first question, which is, can foreigners buy a property in Spain? Yes, any foreigner can buy a property in Spain. The key requirement is obtaining an NI number, the official identification number for foreigners. The type of NIE you need depends on whether you are European Union citizen or non-EU citizen, and whether you plan to live in Spain or not. Let's break it down. Getting a NIE if you are a European Union citizen. If you are an European Union citizen, you can apply for a temporary NIE if you are only coming to Spain to buy property, or a resident NIE if you plan to live in Spain for the long run. Getting a NIE if you are a non-European Union citizen. If you are a non-European Union citizen, you can apply for 1. A resident NIE if you live in Spain for more than 193 days per year, or a non-resident NIE if you live abroad but want to buy property either way. Can foreign non-residents purchase a property in Spain? Yes, non-residents can legally buy property in Spain regardless of their nationality. You will still need an NIE, as we've mentioned, which is requested through the immigration office, and you'll need your passport and a justification for the request, usually the property purchase itself. While not mandatory, opening a Spanish bank account is strongly recommended as it simplifies payments, taxes, and proof of funds. How to buy a property in Spain as an expat? The process is divided into 3 different stages: the pre-purchase, the purchase, and the post-purchase. Finding the right property can take anywhere from 3 months to a year, depending on your criteria, of course, and once you found it, the legal process itself usually takes 2 to 3 months, and a bit longer if a mortgage is involved. Let's see each step in more detail. First, the pre-purchase legal procedures. This phase focuses on the due diligence, meaning a legal review of the property and its documentation before signing anything which is binding. At this point, you should already have your NIE and have chosen the property. And within this initial phase, we can find 3 key steps or procedures you'll have to carry out. First, the reservation contract, which is a contract that involves paying 1 to 5% of the price to secure the property and remove it from the market. It's optional and commonly used when there is an intermediary involved. Then, the deposit contract, or the contrato de arras, as it's called in Spain. This contract usually involves a 10% deposit and provides stronger legal security. If the seller backs out, they must return double the amount that has already been paid. If the buyer withdraws, then the deposit is lost. And third, finding financing and preparing for the notary. Once the deposit contract is signed, you can request a nota simple to confirm the property is free of debts. You'll usually have up to 3 months to arrange financing. After that, you attend the notary to pay the remaining 90% and sign. The deposit contract defines price, payment method, and deadlines, but it cannot be registered at the property registry. Before moving into the next step, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are finding this video useful. We are posting new videos like this every single week, so subscribe and don't miss anything. The second big step, the purchase public deed. The second step takes place at the notary, where the public deed of sale is signed. The seller must prove ownership, absence of debts, and that there are no legal or tax issues affecting the property. A full legal check is carried out here. Important advice: hire an architect and a lawyer. An architect can confirm the physical condition of the property, while a lawyer ensures the contract protects your interest. Urban planning issues discovered after the purchase can cause serious problems, which is why legal review is essential. Third, the post-purchase, the property registration. Finally, the third and last step, where you must first register the property at the property registry. Second, pay the applicable taxes within 30 days. We'll see now which are those taxes. And third, transfer utilities like water, electricity, and gas. Taxes when buying or selling a property as a foreigner. Taxes apply both when buying and selling property in Spain, so planning ahead is essential. Well, first, the property transfer tax, the ITP. For second-hand properties, the ITP applies and usually ranges between 6 and 10% depending on the region. Second, the value-added tax, which is called in Spain IVA. New properties are subject to 10% of VAT plus around 1.5% of stamp duty. In some cases, reduced rates apply for young buyers purchasing their primary residence. And third, capital gains tax. If you sell the property, then residents must pay from 19 to 24% on capital gains tax, and non-residents will pay a flat 24% rate. Be reminded that rental income is also taxable. Non-residents can deduct limited expenses while residents have broader deductions available. We have just covered the 3 main legal steps in property buying in Spain as a foreigner. The purchasing process can be long and complex, mostly because there is an urgent need to take into account many aspects related to the operation, many times small nuances, especially if we do not want to be harmed. If you still have doubts, you may want to get the help of a specialized real estate lawyer. Getting the right legal advice as an expat is key. But why? Because a lawyer will draft all the contracts and look after you during the whole transaction, making sure you are fully protected and you avoid losing money. At our office, we have dealt with many foreigners who have wanted to purchase a property in Spain, and now we want to help you out. So send us an email at info@balcelgroup.com and get started today. See you in the next video.